Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. 211th post here. This is another post having to do with the ongoing conspiracy of false gun shootings, all of which involve the police. So it is Saturday, December 20th, 2014. Today's date is central in this story. We will get into that. I just want to show you how on the front of each news network, this is the main story right now. The mayor just weighed in, calling it an attack on all of us. The police chief said it was a deliberate assassination. Here's MSNBC: ambushed and murdered. If you listen to the news coverage, they're asking if the police need additional support. They're saying the police are not well enough protected. That's what this proves right here. Here's Fox News. And actually, Huffington Post has something else as the top story, but still right there. NYPD. And it's Saturday today. Typically, there's not big news stories on the weekend. And right now, this is being treated as a big news story. So, we'll listen to this guy speak on it, but first, I want to show you how the numbers tie in, because that's what I've been saying since the beginning. All of these hoaxes that we see are based in part on numbers. So, we'll see what the number is for today, and it is 46. 4 and 6. One of the officers shot was Wenjin Liu. Wenjin has a gematria of 31. This is Pythagorean gematria. Liu 15 sums to 46. This is interesting because today's date numerology is also 46. 12/20/14 added up 46. And you might be saying, well, that seems like a coincidence. Well, check this out. The other officer shot and killed was Officer Rafael Ramos. When you make S1, which is Pythagorean gematria, his name sums to 46. If you use the S exception where S is 10, it sums to 55. Another important number in numerology. And some 46 words that right off the top of my head, I always think of chaos in Chicago when I think 46. I mean, there's other 46 words out there. The word hero is 46. I think the word shame is 46. Some other 46 words. But this attack right here is definitely centered on 46. Let's listen to this police chief speak about the hoax. Let's watch the actors in action.
Two of New York's finest were shot and killed with no warning, no provocation. They were, quite simply, assassinated, targeted for their uniform and for the responsibility they embraced to keep the people of this city safe. At approximately 2:47 p.m. today, police officer Wenjian Liu.
Did he just say 2:47 p.m.? Listen to the 47, Truth Seeker. His name, if you're wondering what it sums to 62, like the word Mason. And of course, police is a 33 word. Police. All right, let's listen to him.
Police officer Rafael Ramos were assigned to a critical response vehicle, CRVs as we refer to them, in the confines of the 7-9 precinct. While CRV is traditionally used for counterterrorism operations, this past May, we also assigned some vehicles to housing developments throughout the city, developments that had seen an increase in violence in the early part of the year, like the Tompkins houses where the officers were stationed. While sitting in a marked NYPD police car.
True Seekers, I just want to point out that Tompkins equals 44, like the word kill.
In full uniform, both were ambushed and murdered in front of 98 Tompkins Avenue in the Bedford-Stuyvesant area of Brooklyn, New York City. Both officers are assigned to the 8-4 precinct, but were posted at this location as part of
the 8-4 precinct. 84, like United States of America. Barack Obama's birthday is August 4th. Also, he said 98. That number is going to come up later. I'll show it to you, Truth Seeker.
Department Crime Reduction Strategy to address complaints of violence in the area of the housing developments in that area. Officer Ramos was in the driver's seat, and Officer Liu was in the front passenger seat beside him. According to witness statements, the suspect, who has been identified as 28-year-old Ismail Brinsley, walked up to the police car. He took a shooting stance on the passenger side and fired his weapon several times through the front passenger window, striking both officers in the head. Officer Liu and Officer Ramos never had the opportunity to draw their weapons. They may never have actually even seen their assailant, their murderer. Other officers, who were also assigned to the CIB post, immediately pursued Brinsley southbound on Tompkins Avenue. Brinsley then turned westbound on Myrtle Avenue and fled into the Myrtle Avenue and Willoughby Street, the G train subway station. He proceeded down the stairs onto the westbound subway platform. While on the platform, Brinsley shot himself in the head, took his own life. A silver semi-automatic Taurus firearm was recovered on the subway platform near the suspect's body.
All right, Truth Seeker. So, like so many suspects in these shooting hoaxes, he shot and killed himself at the end. Let's look at his name, Gematria. But before we look at that, I want to pay notice to the fact that so often in these shootings, the victims and the shooters have very interesting names, very interesting spellings. How many Wenjins have you guys known in your life? Wenjin Liu. And then RR initials. I mean, it happens, but it's just trademarks of this stuff. So here's the shooter. His name is Ishmael with the craziest Ishmael spelling I've ever seen. Ishmael. See, here it is from the article. Down here, I've translated it. In Gematria, his name sums to 35 with the S exception 44. 44 is like the word kill. Brinsley, 41 with the S exception 50. So Ishmael Brinsley sums to 76, which has a numerology of 13 because 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So often 4 is central in these death stories. The number 76 is also a very Masonic number. The name Knight of Templar has a simple English gematria of 76. His name, Ishmael, this spelling with simple English gematria sums to 89. Recall that Michael Brown was shot on August 9th, and in watching the news commentary on this, I've heard them say that this man might have been influenced by the Michael Brown events to kill the police officers. That's obviously a narrative they want to run with. Look, he even has a name that matches the date Michael Brown was supposedly shot on. When you add up the whole name in simple English gematria, it sums to 193, and that 93 really stands out. In New York, we had the 93 World Trade Center bombings, and Flight 93 of 33 passengers, which actually crashed in Pennsylvania, but it was all part of the event of that day. So yeah, Truth Seeker, another day, another shooting hoax. It's just amazing the frequency that we're getting hit with these. I think I should put a video post together trying to document all of the 33 shootings I've documented alone in the last year. I think the post, even if I just sped through each one, would last over an hour because it's insane how many of these we've gotten this year at Truth Seeker. A lot of them haven't been nearly as big as Michael Brown or Sandy Hook, but there's just been lots and lots of shooting stories from native reservations to elderly homes to children's hospitals. I'll put it together. It's mind-boggling when you look at it all. All right, until next time, Truth Seeker.